go. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully the message gets out there that I'm live again, this time from my iPad, because we have unfortunately killed the streaming software again because I was trying to do too much. The good news is, so if you watched the last live, hi everyone, welcome to the replay. I was trying to work on the card mat, or I was trying to do an example of the card mat from Cricut, 2x2 card mat, and my streaming software now has crashed twice, so that's unfortunate and rather frustrating, and so now I am back live again, doing this. So it's going faster now that I have closed the streaming software on my laptop computer. It's now going a lot faster. So yeah, we've got 2 people in here. Sorry about that, guys. This has just been a disaster from the beginning, and I probably should have just given up whenever it crashed on me the first time. But welcome, everybody. Welcome back. I'm so sorry for that just crashing. But the good news is, let me turn the cameras around. As you can see, it is going a whole heck of a lot faster than it was just a moment ago, so that's a good thing. It really speeds up whenever the computer has one thing to focus on. She is working faster, that's right, Kim. I just don't have any fancy, like literally all we can do is just watch her now. Yep, freeing it up to just do this definitely was the trick. Again, guys, so sorry for losing y'all, and I know that's frustrating for y'all, and I greatly apologize. Pat says, back again and again. I'm so sorry, Pat. I greatly apologize. Guess it's blue, so it's a he? I mean, sure. It's either he or her. It doesn't really have a gender. It doesn't even have a name other than Cricut, so it doesn't really matter. So anyways, again, sorry about that. Yeah. Let me just, there we go, that's better. Thank y'all very much for sticking with me. I appreciate it. This has been a process. Yeah. So, it is now 27% done, so we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. It's working. It's doing its little thing. I'm now on my iPad, by the way, and broadcasting from the iPad. Much faster, absolutely. It is much, much faster. And you can hear it working its little heart out. It happens, my maker doesn't have a name either, and my cars are all boys. That's cool. Tiffany says, no apologies, Ian. I figured the swapping of a device would help. You were absolutely right. I appreciate y'all sticking with me and running from place to place. Mark says, great fix. Double output in less minutes. Awesome. Yes, very true. It is a pretty intricate design. That is very correct. I didn't realize when I decided to do this that it was so intricate, but it is running much faster now. 3rd time's the charm. Ain't that the truth, Tracy? I'm actually going to, bear with me a moment, I'm going to try and move my light so that way it looks a little better. There we go, how's that? Ooh, that looks so much better. It is flying now. I'm also going to plug in my... Yo, Patty G says, I gave you a thumbs up on all 3 lives. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Patty. Thank you for giving me a thumbs up. I know how frustrating it is for y'all to deal with, like, losing a connection and all that kind of stuff. Thank you guys so much for being patient with me. I don't know if I just plugged in my microphone. Can y'all still hear me okay? Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I did just transfer my microphone over. And I'm hoping that my iPad picked up the new microphone, but... Excellent. Thank you guys so much. I'm glad that everybody can hear me well. Tiffany said, us creators have to deal with issues. So true. Becky says, I'd rather see oopsies, so when it happens to me, someone else has already figured it out. Absolutely. Yeah, it's honestly great to see when creators have issues. It definitely, yeah. It makes me feel better when I see, like, quote-unquote professionals mess up. It makes me feel a lot better. Oops. I'm gonna hook my mic up there so that way it's not on the table. So glad that y'all can hear me. I was switching over to the mic. It was funny because as I was plugging the microphone in, I didn't have my lapel mic on yet. Like the transceiver box wasn't on yet. And I was like, oh wait, they can't hear me. So I think there was a moment where I may have blacked out my audio for a second. So there's our design, still chugging away. It's a very intricate design for sure. I, of course, had to like choose the biggest one there was. Can't make it easy, of course not. Gotta make it crazy intricate. So Tiffany, what's happening right now, it is using, this is a black pen. So it is using a black pen to draw the design. These are pen lines on here right now. In a moment, it will cut, but first it's using that pen to draw. So once it finishes drawing everything, it will then use the blade to cut into the material, and then I'll show you what happens after that. And the top of this is all cardstock, so the cardstock will get pulled away once it's time to cut out those pieces. We are currently at 34%. It is running a whole lot faster now that I have removed the streaming software. Tiffany says, oh, okay, I was questioning what the heck was happening. Yep, that's what's happening. It's just drawing right now using the pen. So we're just chugging away as this is actually not a bad camera angle. Becky says, I have no artistic talent, so this is awesome. My scan and cut pens probably dried out by now, though. The Cricut pens are great. They do last a long time. I do have a whole container of Cricut pens. Most of them still are good. I have found a few that are bad, though. But they do last pretty long time. Y'all want to go do my dishes with me? Like, I could literally probably go do my dishes and come back. Oh, that's a fun filter. Sorry, I'm playing with filters and I was like, oh, hey, this is cool. I can put some bubbles over it. We can just watch the bubbles. We got a sketch design. Ooh, this is a scary design. Dance party, woo woo. I like the bubbles, that's fun. The Cricut pens are a lot better than the scan and cut, although my brother may have cut up now. That's cool. Tiffany says, we can look at this or you picking your nose. I mean, your video. True. Why is it drawing first if it's just going to cut it? It is actually what's going to happen. I can't show you, unfortunately, I can't show you what the design looks like on the computer, but what's going to happen is it's going to draw these flowers, but it's actually going to cut a design into the flowers. So it's going to cut words out of the flowers, but a lot of the flower will still remain. So it'll be, oh, hi, that's a very close-up shot there. Hi, it will basically cut into the flowers. It'll cut out like a letter, and you'll remove that part, but you'll still see the flowers around the word when it's all said and done with. It'll make more sense when we get to the point when I can pull out those pieces, but just know it's not, some of what, a lot of what is being drawn will still remain on the card. It's not going to cut those pieces out. So bear with me. Once we get to the point when I can pull everything out, I think it'll make a lot more sense. We're at 39% now. What's everybody's plans for Thanksgiving? Are you going to be traveling? Are you going to be staying home? Are you hosting? And what food are you looking forward to the most? Quilt Queen 22 is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Tiffany says, my legs fell asleep. Ugh. I'm so sorry, Tiffany. You should get up and walk around a little bit. I'll be here, apparently. Looks like we're getting close to the bottom of these first two cards. Obviously, the next two will not take as long because we are not connected to the computer at the moment. We are now at 40% done, so we are almost to halfway. Becky says, Tiff, my grandson is beating my legs with a drumstick. Want to borrow him? Oh my goodness. Hello! Ian anticipating the big reveal. I am too. I am definitely anticipating the big reveal. So Tiffany just asked, when the two are done, can you stop it and have it do the next stage? Unfortunately, I cannot. I cannot just stop it in the middle. It will want to continue on to these two cards. And if I cancel, it will cancel everything and I will be out of luck. So unfortunately, this just means we'll have to sit through the next two. But thankfully, it's going a whole heck of a lot faster this time. And actually, surprisingly, I have more people on the live right now than I did the two previous lives. So thank you all guys so much for joining me. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Tiffany says, yes, Becky, I need a massage. I'm wondering what that would feel like. Becky says, it stings. How old is your grandson? And what color did he decide to color his legs? I know, Tiffany, it would be so great if I could just tell it not to do the bottom two, but unfortunately I was like, let's do all four. Let's do all the things, and that's not what should have happened. 2, he helps me sew, hands me fabric when I do scrap quilts. He's green now. Very nice. Right? Heather, the debt-free quilter, says, and so we've learned to only do one card on camera for future reference. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was like, let's do all the things. Bad idea. Bad idea. Let me just see. I don't know if y'all are going to be able to see. No, you can't see. Let me. Oh, do you see that? Do you see that? Oh, too much. You've seen too much. You have seen far too much. Oh my goodness. Tiffany said, perfect age to train for a foot massage, Becky. Becky says, knowing this kid, he'll bite my toes off. Oh my gosh. Becky, your comments are wonderful this evening. Thank you so much for being here. I really, the comedy is helping to relieve my anxiousness. Yo, Patty G says, my meds are kicking in. Time to put down the rotary cutter. Don't ask. Oh, geez, please don't tell me you cut yourself. Please, please, please tell me you did not cut yourself. Yeah. Becky says, I try to hit all the lives, but I rarely get to. That's okay, Becky. There are replays, and it's all good. So Tiffany says, for Thanksgiving, Scott and I are going to be binging movies and having pot pies and being lazy. That sounds like a wonderful plan. Peace, Love, and Quilting is here. Hello. We are at 46%, so we're doing pretty well. Getting to the bottom there. Nancy Gus is here. Hello. Tracy says, I love that plan, Tiff. So do I. That sounds like fun. Although I will be flying on Thursday. I've never flown on Thanksgiving. This is going to be a first for me. I'm excited about it. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm very excited to see Becca when I land. Tiffany says, if you had not have swapped, you would have been at 20%. That is very true. Tiffany says it was Scott's genius idea because he says I work too hard. I agree with that, Tiffany. Let's do a dance party again. Yo, Patty G said, Ian, I said not to ask. Becky says, you do work too hard, Tiffany, but we cheer you on. Tracy also agrees and says, well, he's not wrong, Tiff. Now sing a song. No, you do not want me to sing a song for y'all. Sorry. I'm just having fun with the filters. This is, oh, look at that one. I like the bubbles. The bubbles are fun. Y'all like, stop playing with the filters. Turn it into an old movie. Oh, I'm pretty sure I could, Tiffany. I'm pretty sure I could. Hello, Courtney. All right, guess what, guys? We are at 50%. Which I think it lies a little bit because, like, shouldn't 50% be starting on the next cards? Oh, I'm so glad that Tracy says, I love the funky video, Ian. Very entertaining. Let's put the bubbles back on. I like the bubbles. Filters are fun. Tiffany said, tell us a story about you learning to quilt. Well, how I got into quilting was my aunt. She actually, when I was in middle school, she gave me a quilt that she made that was Harry Potter. I loved it so much, I literally slept with it on my bed for every day for years, and then I used it so much it fell apart. And so I said, I would love for you to make me another quilt. And she said, well, I'm not gonna make you a quilt, but let's make a quilt together. So I designed a Disney quilt, and we used my Cricut to cut out some of the pieces for it, and we did it, and it was wonderful, and that's kind of how I got it. It took us over a year to put it together, because it's a big quilt. It's like 96 inches by 100 and some odd inches. It's a big, big quilt, but I love it, and it works really well for me, and that's what got me into quilting. Oh, hey, we started on the next set of cards. Look at that. Tracy says, I want to pop the bubbles now. Ooh, chicken tenders. That sounds good. Oh, no, Marie Callender. Sorry. Tiffany, I don't know why, but I thought that said chicken tenders, and I was like, oh, hey. Heather says, why do I feel like I'm in a fish tank in Finding Nemo's? Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Tiffany, it was literally like a year that we learned, and she didn't do binding on her quilt. She did facing. It's really interesting because she did. Oh, hey, I have bubbles on me now. We did facing on that quilt. We didn't actually do. I forget the camera's over here, not over here. We did facing on that quilt. We didn't actually bind that quilt. She did facing on that one. So I didn't learn about binding until I joined my guild and started learning about different types of quilts. And so there's a bubble right over my eye. Yeah. Becky, I hope your grandson does pick it up as well. I like Marie Callender's pot pies as well. They're very yummy. Can we not talk about food? Sorry, Heather. I never knew quilting was such an art. My grandma and mom made them so we wouldn't freeze. Absolutely. It's It's interesting, all the different histories. G's Ben's quilts is another, it's kind of, it was a necessity, but it's also become an art form. So look up G's Ben's quilts if you get the time sometime. Heather, it's time for a late night snack. My family is doing an interesting dinner wherein everyone, including the children, is to bring their favorite hors d'oeuvres or food. Interesting. That will be interesting. Are the kids going to bring all desserts? That's what I'm wondering at. I love quilting and I love putting my creative spin on them. Absolutely. Yeah, look up G's Ben's quilts. It's a very interesting story. I didn't learn about them until recently. How about another dance party? That's what I feel like. Anybody else like Mario Party? Or Mario Kart? That's what it feels like right now. Becky asks, G's spin? No, G's bend. Like a bend in a river. It was actually the reason. Hey, like, look, you can see like a trail from me. I'll look it up here in just a second, but it's G's Bend, Gee's Bend, because it's actually a bend in a river, and there's a whole history behind it. And I would tell the story, but I'm not going to remember all the pieces, and I want to make sure that I'm being very representative of that. So G's Bend, I'll put it, there you go. Tiffany has it, right? Well, my comment is right here that says G's Bend. If you enter that into Google, it should be able to find it for you. Got it, found it. Yay, awesome. Martha's Creative Life says, I hop on here and I hear Ian singing and the sound of the cutter. A great time for you to jump on. Key lime pie and macaroni salad are what 2 kids, actually mom, are bringing. Oh, key lime, kids like key lime pie? Wow, that's very interesting to me. Tiffany has posted a link in the chat. It's here for me. I know it's not there for y'all. It's over here, maybe? She put in a link to G's Bend quilts. Thank you, Tiffany. We are 56% done. So we're getting there. It is getting there. Sorry, I'm slightly distracted. Because I'm looking on my phone. Why is this not showing up on my channel? I'm glad y'all could find me, because even I'm having a hard time finding my video right now. That is apparently not. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. But I'll look at that later. Barb, no, you are not. You are not. Tiffany has announced that she needed to go pee. Be right back. Sounds good. Martha says, I'm making red velvet cake for Thursday. Thank goodness I'm full right now. Oh my gosh. Red velvet is one of my favorite types of cake. Love it. Y'all are making me hungry, guys. This is not okay. I don't think so. This one should be public. This video should be public right now, so I don't know why. I mean, y'all found it, so it should be public for everyone. If anyone wants to blow Thanksgiving's family's mind, make a pie like a pecan pie, but use black walnuts. What? Black walnuts? Oh, I'm going to have to check that out. Right? I'm with you, Martha. I've never heard of using black... I haven't even heard of black walnuts to begin with. Susie is making zucchini casserole and cheese ball. Becky says it is a meaty, oily nut that is rich and delicious. My great aunt used to make them so good. I'm gonna have to check into that. Carissa says that it is just me and the dog for Thanksgiving, but I'm making funeral potatoes. What are funeral potatoes? Why are they called funeral potatoes? Obviously, they put the fun in funeral with bacon and green onions and some deviled eggs for my daughter to come pick me up. Very nice. Cracker pie is better. I'm going to need to know what that is. Southern thing. Your live shows up not hunting it down. I just pulled you up on the PC. Okay, good. Martha, I am as well. I'm very intrigued as well. Oh, there's my life. I found it. Yes, please tell us. Woo, don't do that. Probably just heard an ad, sorry. I'm pulling up YouTube on my phone. Yeah, so the link that Tiffany put into the chat for G's Bin's quilts, great news story to go check out. Right, yeah. Martha says, guess what? I'll be Googling black walnuts and cracker pie too. Absolutely. Hello, No Name. Welcome. I need some more water. My throat's getting dried out. Carissa says, my mom makes them for funerals, thus, obviously, that's where we get the funeral potato from. They're cheesy hash brown casserole, but I add cream cheese and shredded cheese, bacon, and green onions, along with the cream of chicken soup and sour cream. I am going to need to find a recipe for this, because this sounds absolutely delicious. At our church, we always offer a meal included in the funeral, and there's always funeral potatoes there. Huh. It's hard to tack in a baking dish. That's funny. Cracker pie is a family recipe, hasn't made it to the web that I'm aware of. What are you making tonight? It looks like cards. That is correct. No name. It is cards. If you've not... We've had an interesting night as we've had some technology issues, and I have had to bounce between 3 different lives. So I'm just on my iPad right now, but I'm making 4 cards using the Cricut 2x2 mat.
and it is currently drawing on them, and soon it will cut out a design. Yeah, Carissa, you're gonna need to email me your recipe for funeral potatoes because that sounds absolutely delicious. You know, it's interesting. At my dad's funeral, they did a meal. They did a meal. And it was really interesting because they had set up like loads of chairs and whatnot, and like everyone. I don't remember. That day was very much a blur for me, to be honest. But they had set up a lot of chairs, but it was really just a few of us there. It was very interesting. There was enough food to feed an army, I swear. But there were only a few of us there, and I can't remember if it was like invitation only, where they like invited some people, but I can't remember. Can't remember if everyone was invited or if it was like they wanted to choose a select few. Deliberately Creative says, I have made Ritz cracker pie before. It's a mock apple pie. Makes a pie that tastes better. That makes, I can't talk. It mocks apple pie, makes a pie that tastes like apple pie. Oh, that's very interesting. Tiffany says, anything with bacon, you know, is a good way to my heart. Heather, apparently Martha has found a few, but I bet it's not the same as your family recipe. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Not yet, Patty G. We're getting there. We are at, oh, my computer went to sleep. No, it didn't. It is at 67%. At least we're going a whole hell lot faster than we did prior to me switching to the iPad. No Name says, well, I'm glad you're on. I needed the company in my sewing room tonight. I've had a long day, and stress is on the high rise. I needed to sit and sew for a bit. That sounds like a good idea. I'm glad that I could join you this evening. Martha says, I got a great red velvet cake recipe for you. I doubt it's good for you. Hey, that sounds, yes, I will take that. Carissa, I love that. Green onions and measure shredded cheese with your heart. I love that. Does anybody else watch the Minnesota Mom on TikTok? And she's like, measure with your heart. I love that. Desserts, oh my gosh. Is anybody else ready for the 12 days of Quilt-mas? Have y'all been seeing the teasers for that on my channel and others? Tiffany says, I can't have sweets right now, or at least I shouldn't. Becky says recipes are suggestions when it comes to cheese. Like garlic. I was wondering what you were saying, Martha. I was like, I'm glad you are ready because I am too. And then, like I said, what's that? What's that over there? Oh, nope, too much. Too much. All right, Heather. Heather is going to head to bed. I hope you have a great evening. Sheila has said, I've been watching all these shorts about the 12 days of Quilt-mas. I'm so excited. I know. I'm such a tease, Brenda. What can I say? Tracy says, loved your short on Quilt-mas, Ian. It made me laugh. I'm so glad because that was what it was intended to do, and I'm glad that you're getting my humor. I have been seeing posts on that Christmas thing on some channels and have been talking about it. What is it? Great question, No Name. Some creators got together and decided to do a 12 days of Quilt-mas. And you're just going to have to stick around to find out what happens. Check out my channel on the 7th day to find out what it is and what's going on. But I'll say we got some ugly fabric. Pretty ugly fabric. Tiffany says, I teased yesterday, but I had to shut up. Uh-oh. Becky says, I'm ready for the series. When does it start? Great question, Tiffany. It starts, or excuse me, Tracy, I apologize. Tracy, it starts December 1st. Good night, Heather. No Name says, I've seen the I know. There's some fabric in there. There is some fabric. And yes, it is December 1st. December 1st. Everybody should be checking out. Tiffany, is it? It's Tracy's channel. The sewing channel, is that it? Well, if I'm not supposed to, I just did. Yeah, it's the sewing channel. So you'll need to head over to the sewing channel December 1st. I think we can reveal that, Tiffany. I don't think that's... I already have a post up. I mean, I already have the premiere set on my channel, so... So we'll go from the sewing channel to Tiffany's quilting life. She's day 2. But you'll just have to watch our videos to find out who's after that. And you know I'm day 7. So y'all have day 1, day 2, and day 7 now figured out. Pat says she has most in notifications. Tracy, no worries. The good thing is they'll be on replay. So you don't have to be there during the actual event. You can catch it on the replay. No Name says, I guess that's a start. I've been seeing it. Martha says, I've been watching them all and I can't wait. Or I'll be watching them all and I can't wait, sorry. I can't wait for y'all to see the project that I made. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, I think the channel list does come out Saturday. It's either Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. Becky says, you creators, YouTubers have to know we viewers make quilts that you show. I did one from April Stories channel and one from Ma Korcher's channel this past week or so. That's so awesome. Tiffany says, I am so not proud of mine. I think I actually made mine look pretty good. I'll let everybody be the judge, but I think mine came out pretty good. What you think? What you think? See that over there? You see it? Whoop, nope, too much, too much. Guys, we're at 77%. Yo, Patty G says, ready for the 12 days of Quilt-mas. Are you ready? I am ready. I'm ready to see, like, we haven't even shown each other what we made. So I'm excited to see what everybody else made. I suggested making an ugly jacket to go with the ugly sweater with the ugly Christmas fabric. Absolutely, Susie. Tracy says, oh, do it again, Ian. I was watching the Cricut. Oh, gotta pay attention. Becky said, I'll be making something from the 12 days. Our quilt store locally is having a $1 yard sale on Black Friday, and I'm ready. I'm really excited for y'all to see all 12 days. It's going to be a blast. Becky says, I'll take my husband's cane and beat my way through. Now, Becky, it's not nice to beat up on little old ladies. Tiffany says, is this a special pen that does this, or can you draw with it outside of this machine? You can actually draw with this outside of the machine. It just so happens that it fits in the machine, but it's like any other pen. You can use it to write with, just like any other pen. Becky says, nice. They're all old too. It's going to be hilarious. I got Moda there, $4.99 a yard last week. I'll be making a beeline to the Black Friday. Barb says, hey, I'm a little old lady. Tracy asks, can you use any felt tip pin for the Cricut? So it has to fit within the pin holder. So not every pin does that. So what happens is oh, sorry, there's my thumb. That was my thumb. The Cricut actually uses a little clip on the inside of that. And so the Cricut pins obviously fit in there and they work. If it doesn't have a certain little ledge to the pin, then the pin just falls all the way through. And that's how Cricut keeps you from using like just any pin you pull out of your drawer to use. That's why it has to be a Cricut pin, is because they're the only ones that fit in the certain way. Otherwise, they just go straight through and you don't have any, it doesn't pick it up, it just falls through. It's basically what it is. I would be at $1 a yard sale and I would be buying all the bolts. Very true. Yes, you would. Me too, Tiffany. Wish I was there. Tiffany, I posted a picture of the quilt I made from the Moda on your Facebook. I still have my full price Moda that I had 2 years ago. 2 years too scared to cut into it. It was a huge cost purchase. No Name says I'm little and I'm old. That is not true. Becky says I'm 4'9". Oh goodness. Becky, if we stood next to each other, it would be quite, it'd be quite hilarious with me being 6'2" and you being 4'9". Nancy says, I turned 74 today. Nancy, I almost said you turned 47 today. Happy birthday. Thank you for being here. Becky says, my husband is 6'5". Goodness gracious. Oh, but he's in a wheelchair. Well, Yep, Tracy, I am 6'2". Carissa says, Carissa, am I pronouncing your name correctly? If I'm not, please correct me. I'm so sorry if I'm not. She says, I'm like that with Tula Pink. I'm scared to cut into it. No Name says, I'm 5 foot and husband is 6 foot and we're both 77. All right, guys, we are 84% done with the drawing. Yo, Patty G, you doing okay? You didn't lose too much blood, did you? Becky says, opposites attract, No Name. That is correct. They do. I am pronouncing it correct. Yay! I'm so glad, Carissa. I am way taller. We found that out at QuiltCon, didn't we, Tiffany? Martha is 5'10". Tracy is 5'4". Well, that's very true, Tiffany. Eric is very tall. I'm still amazed he fit into that small little rental car that y'all had. Nancy says, I'm 5'4", and my late husband was 6'5". Goodness gracious. Martha says, I finally have someone at work taller than me. Holy crap, Carissa. One of my Tula Pink bundles of OOP is selling for $600 plus a bundle in some places. Goodness gracious. Stephanie says, I'm tall enough that my feet touch the floor just fine. You're not, I'm trying to remember, you're not terribly shorter than I am. BRB, dog is whining her rice pack. Oh, BRB, dog is whining for her rice pack. Spoiled Chihuahua, always cold. Oh, interesting. So you put heat the rice pack up in the microwave on the Chihuahua? Carissa, sell it and come buy 600 yards at my local store. That's funny. Carissa bought it for 100. I almost said 500. Carissa bought it for $150, and now it's selling for over 600. Goodness gracious. Stephanie is 62 inches tall, and Tiffany is 5'2", but she looks taller on camera. We didn't even really see that on your channel recently, Tiffany, when you were live doing your selling those quilts. It didn't even look like you were that short on there. We're at 88% for drawing. Tiffany says, I get height on camera where most often others get chunk on camera. Whoops. Carissa says, I was 5 foot, I think, Oh, I was 5'6.5", and I've shrunk to 5'5". Arthritis in the back sucks. That does suck. Tiffany, I had to ask how tall you were compared to your long arms since I'm short, and that was important information. That's very true. Stephanie says, a big personality fills the space. Carissa said, my mother is barely 5'1" now and was also 5'6". Oh, goodness. Wow. That's a huge height decrease. Tiffany says, that's why I have an 18-inch throat long arm. Any bigger, and I would have to far reach. You'd need a step stool, that's right. Oh, we're getting so close, guys. We're getting closer and closer. It's a pretty design, though. Definitely a very pretty design. Becky, I agree. I'm glad it sped up. Tiffany, these are going to be birthday cards, so I tend to need a lot of birthday cards and send them out frequently, so. Carissa, where are you? Carissa says it's going to be almost 60 degrees tomorrow. That's awesome. It will not be that tomorrow here. I think we're still going to be in the 50s tomorrow. Tiffany said, do your friends know how long it takes to make a card? Not these, they won't. Stamps are very expensive. Kim says, careful taking it off the mat. I tried it and ripped the card. I was in a hurry, so that didn't help the situation. All right, good to know. Karen says, it was 75 today here in Arizona. And Carissa is in eastern Nebraska. You're actually going to be warmer than here in Texas tomorrow, I think. Or at least in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Let me check. I'm checking my watch really quick. For the temperature, I only have through 8 a.m. It says it's going to be 39 degrees at 8 a.m. tomorrow, so kind of cool, kind of cold. Tiffany says it is 58 here now and supposed to be 42 by 7 a.m. It has been oddly cold, even here in Texas. It is cold for Tiffany. Hey, guess what? We're 95% done with drawing. Yo Patty G says, yeah, I give her a rice pack to keep her warm. She's literally will carry it with her to bed. Oh, that's so cute. Becky says, grandson is ready for bed. I'll watch the ending tomorrow. Safe travels and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, Becky. Thank you so much for spending your time with me this evening. Tell your grandson good night for me. Kim says it was 58 here today, 65 tomorrow. I live in the high desert of Southern California, going to be 29 tonight. Oof. Carissa says, that's adorable, Patty. Wonder if my Shih Tzu would like that. She also always gets cold. She's shaved. Well, that would be why she gets cold, huh? That would be very cute. I just see the little image of your Chihuahua running around carrying the rice pack. You know, guys, I went to a zoo once and there was only one animal at the zoo. It was a Shih Tzu. We're getting closer to the end. We're at 96%. Do y'all like my joke? It is going to happen tonight. We're going to get there. We're almost there. We're at 97%. Kim is just north of Lancaster. Lancaster, Texas? Mark says, cha-ching, ba-dum-ching. It's about to, Tiffany. It's about to start cutting. Man, I should just put y'all on live whenever I do crafting. Y'all can keep me entertained. It's about to start cutting very soon. It's at 98% done with the drawing. Oh, Lancaster, California. Got it. That's hilarious, Patty. Patty said, I'm sure your dog would love a rice pack. Mine growls at anyone who tries to take it, except me. That's because I'm the alpha. That's so funny. Tiffany says, my mom is in Ridgecrest, Kim, and I go there sometimes, but not this time of year because the major change in day to night temps. Yeah, that very large swing from one temperature to another is not fun. All right, guys, we're almost there. No, not good for her health at all. It's really not good for anybody's health. Like, going from such extreme temperatures is just not great for anybody's body. I know it's not good for mine. My body does not like it. We're super close. We're almost there, guys. You can see it putting the final touches on. Woo! All right, there we go. All right. Here we go with the cutting. It just checked to make sure it had a blade in it. And now it's going to start cutting. So right now what it's doing is it's cutting into the cardstock, but it's not cutting into the layers underneath it. It is mesmerizing, isn't it? They did come out beautifully, hopefully. So it's cutting right now, and it actually looks like it's going over each cut twice because it wants to cut the paper, but it does not want to cut the plastic that's underneath of it. Carissa asks, do you sometimes color parts of your designs in after making it? Absolutely. Sometimes I do. I was actually thinking about grabbing some of my distress inks, not tonight, but at some point, and coloring them in. I'm going to hold the iPad up. Can you see the cut lines in there? There are cut lines in the design. Hello, Demps Designs, welcome. This is not a normal live for me. This is a little bit different. Woo! Sorry, I'm moving too quickly, but I want to make sure that I'm not going to hit the machine. Yeah, if I do end up coloring these in, I don't have a Discord, but I will post them onto one of my social media platforms. I am actually going to come grab a couple of things off my Cricut tool shelf. Oops. We are 50% done with the cutting. So it says. Yep, now we're moving on to the second set of cards. I am on Discord. I'm in Becca's Discord group. So if you're in Becca's Discord group, I am over there. I don't really say anything. I should probably post more over there. But if you're in that group, then I will. I'm not very active on Discord. I should probably go live on Discord, although if there's as many technical problems over there, then maybe not a good idea. Green Quilts Galore says, hello, so interested to see a Cricut at work. I know it's very mesmerizing, right? Like, I could honestly sit here and watch it all day, although tonight's live has been a little crazy. Dimps Designs, I agree. She says Discord is so confusing to me. I kind of agree with you. I never quite got the hang of it, so I'm a little behind. Which Cricut do you have, Dimps Designs? As you can see, I have the Maker, the original Maker. I have not felt the need to upgrade to the Maker 3. Air 2, the mint green one, very nice. All right, we are 88%. Yes, Brenda, we are at normal speed now. This is what it should be cutting at normally. Tracy says I got into Discord years ago because I used it to play World of Warcraft, and we used it for raids. Carissa says that I have the champagne one, and yes, that is the original Maker. Martha says, I don't know much about Discord. I have one friend on there, Sean from The Guy Who Sews. Don't know how to use the app group. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I've been doing more sewing videos lately, but as you can see, I do paper crafting videos as well. So mostly card making and sewing videos. All right, we're done. It's time to unload the mat. I'm going to go ahead and put my pen cap back on. I'm going to try. Well, I'm so glad that you found me, Dimps Designs. I'm so glad that you're here. All right, I'm not going to be able to see your comments very well for a moment. As you can see here, we have cut into the card. I'm going to use my little poker tool here, and I'm going to try and pop out these pieces. I should be able to poke out the paper without, there it is. Oh, and I scratched underneath. Awesome. Great job. See how I pulled that piece out, but it's scratched right there. Oh, thank you so much, Dimps Design. I greatly appreciate it. Maybe if I take it off the mat, it might help. So I have this little tool that is helping me, hopefully. It is very stuck on the mat. Very stuck on the mat. Probably should have put my hand on it before I, oh, and I just broke my tool. That was good. Jeez. It's very stuck on here. There we go. All right. Whew. All right. So there's our card. And what I'm doing is trying to flex it a little bit so that way these pieces pop out a little more easily. As you can see, like I scratched inside of there. I'm already not like thrilled with these cutaway cards. There we go. A little better, but you can see the why I poked the corner there. Oops. Just trying to get, and guys, your comments are slightly hidden to me at the moment. I can't see them because I'm looking currently at my card. There we go. Okay, we got the A and the Y. Trying to, again, just, I want the paper to come up. I don't want to get anything behind. See, every letter I've had the dent happen. Let me see if I can do it without it. Not really. Sort of. Came out a little better. Oops. I know this is not like the best angle for y'all, and I'm sorry about that. Ooh. Well, we got the R almost. Oh, I scratched that one too. I do need some like needle nose tweezers. Sorry, I'm off the camera there. I gotta say, I'm not like terribly thrilled with the cutaway cards. I think I would have much rather something else. I think my recipient isn't gonna care. Like they're not gonna care. They're not gonna care about it. If only they knew how much time went into these. Ooh. Uh-oh. That was almost bad. Well, my Y is not wanting to come up at all. There we go. Ooh, didn't make it through all the layers. Oops, and I just gouged into that S. Goodness gracious. Ooh, goodness. Two more letters, guys. Two more letters. I can do this. Oh, that one came up nicely. All right. Wow. Oh, goodness gracious. There we go. Goodness gracious. What a mess that was. It only took us, 3-4 hours. Let's see. Stephanie says, can you take a ball stylus to the ones that got gouged and give it texture? Maybe. Kim says they would be happy to get a card from you. Thank you so much. You're very kind. I could probably use like the back of my thing here and do, I don't know. I don't know. But what I do know is that took far longer than I was expecting. It didn't come out too bad. It just took longer than expected. So it is a birthday card that is now ready to go to somebody's home. And I'm going to put a message inside of it and tell them happy birthday. And yeah. All right, guys. This took way longer than expected. I'm so sorry that we've had so many problems today. I would rainbow color the flowers. Absolutely. That would be a really cool one. Like color in the rainbow. Absolutely. That would be a lot of fun. All right, I'm going to jump off of here because I spent way longer than I expected. Let's see, and I broke my tool. I broke my tool too. Anywho, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so sorry we had so many technical issues, but thank you for sticking with me, jumping around with me, and figuring this all out together. I'm honestly so incredibly thankful and glad that you were all here with me today. You made this evening for me amazing, and I really appreciate all of you. And I truly, sincerely mean that from the deepest part of my heart to you. All right. Have a wonderful evening, guys. I will see you all very soon. Happy Thanksgiving. Don't forget to join me and Becca this coming Sunday on my channel as we sew together. So sweet. It will be a marathon day. So make sure to join us both. Have a wonderful evening, everybody, and a happy Thanksgiving. Bye, everyone.